Hello everyone. Today's English lesson, you're going to need your favourite storybook that you have at home. Pause the video while you run off and get it. Hold up your favourite story to the screen to show me what you've got. Lots and lots of different favourite stories in our class. And of course you already know my favourite is Stickman. Okay, pop your book down, you'll need it later. And listen to my favourite story first of all. I'm going to read this to you. Stickman. Stickman lives in the family tree with his stick lady Love and their stick children 3. One day he wakes early and goes for a jog. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the dog. A stick, barks the dog, an excellent stick. The right kind of stick for my favourite trick. I'll fetch it and drop it and fetch it and then I'll drop it and fetch it and drop it again. I'm not a stick. Why can't you see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I want to go home to the family tree. A notice says dogs must be kept on the lead. At last the game's over and Stickman is freed. He sets off for home with a hop and a twirl. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the girl. A stick, cries the girl with a smile on her face. The right kind of poo stick for winning the race. Has everyone got one? Get ready to throw. It's 1, 2, 3. Into the river they go. I'm not a poo stick. Why can't they see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I'm heading away from the family tree. Stickman is floating. He floats on and on. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the swan. A twig, cries the swan. This twig is the best. It's the right kind of twig to weave into my nest. I'm not a twig. Why can't they see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I long to be back in the family tree. The nest is deserted and Stickman is free. He drifts down the river and sails out to sea. He tosses and turns in the frolicking foam till the frolicking foam washes him up on a beach far from home. Here comes a dad with a spade in his hand. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the sand. A mast, yells the dad. An excellent mast. Hooray! There's a flag on our castle at last. I'm not a mast for a silly old flag, or a sword for a knight, or a hook for a bag. I'm not a pen, I'm not a bow, I'm not a bat, or a boomerang. No, I'm Stickman. Oh, Stickman, beware of the snow. Here comes a boy in a warm woolly scarf. Ha! An arm for my snowman, he says with a laugh. I'm not an arm. Can nobody see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. Will I ever get back to the family tree? Stickman is lonely. Stickman is lost. Stickman is frozen and covered in frost. Stickman is weary. His eyes start to close. He stretches, yawns and lies down for a doze. He can't hear the bells or the sweet singing choir or the voice saying, "Here's a good stick for the fire." Stickman is lying asleep in the grate. Can anyone wake him before it's too late? He dreams of his kids and his stick lady love, and suddenly wakes. What's that noise up above? Starts to chuckle, then turns to a shout. "Oh, ho, ho, ho! I'm stuck, get me out." A stuck man. Now who could that be? "Don't worry," cries Stickman, "I'll soon set you free." A scratch and a scrape and a flurry of soot, a wiggle, a jiggle, and out pokes a foot. A shove and a nudge, a hop and a jump, and Santa falls into the room with a bump. Stickman, you excellent friend. Thanks a million, thanks without end. Then Stickman helps Santa deliver the toys to fast asleep girls and to fast asleep boys. Faster and faster they fly through the night, till Santa says, "Only one chimney to go." Stick lady's lonely, the children are sad. They won't feel like Christmas without their stick dad. They toss and they turn in the family bed. What is that clattering sound overhead? Someone is tumbling into their house. Is it a bird? Or a bat? Or a mouse? Or could it just possibly be? I'm Stickman, that's me, and I'm sticking right here in the family tree. Today, we're going to take our favourite stories and we're going to plan a different ending. So what if something else had happened at the end of your story? And I've been thinking about how my Stickman story could end. And I've had a really good idea. So, in my ending, Stickman is going to meet Santa falling out of the chimney. And he is going to go off and he's going to help Santa deliver the toys to fast asleep girls and fast asleep boys. But then while they're on the sleigh, something else is going to happen. Watch as I draw my story map to show you my new ending to the story. Right. So in my story, suddenly something else is going to happen. Okay, so here is the sleigh. Sleigh picture. And here's Santa, sat on the sleigh, his long beard, his pointy hat. Okay, but suddenly Stickman falls out of the sleigh. There he is. Suddenly, Stickman fell off of the sleigh. I'm going to add some useful words. Remember, these words on our story map help us with our writing, don't they? So suddenly, Stickman fell off of the sleigh and he landed, here he is landing, he landed on the top of a snowy hill. Suddenly, Stickman fell out of the sleigh. He fell down and down until he landed on top of a snowy hill. Here's the next bit. In this bit of my story, I was inspired with my idea by another story that I like, The Way Back Home. No, not The Way Back Home. Home Before Dark, where the teddy bear gets left in the park and he slides down the hill to the front door. Do you remember that story? So in my story, Stickman is going to slide down the hill. There he goes, down the hill. Add in some words, so down and hill, to remind me what's happening there, until he lands with a bump against something hard. Bump. Okay, so my story so far, suddenly Stickman fell off of the sleigh. He fell down and down. I might put that down and down until he landed on top of a snowy hill. Then he slid down the slippery hill until he landed with a bump on his head. Here's Stickman. Now he looks up. His eyes looking up. Stickman looked up and he could see, of course, the family tree. And then my last bit will be that they were all happy to see Stickman home. Here we have, suddenly Stickman fell off of the sleigh. He fell down and down until he landed on the top of a snowy hill. Stickman slid down the slippery hill until he landed with a bump to his head. Stickman got up and looked up. He could see he was home at the family tree. Stickman and his family were very happy. Today, I'd like you to read your favourite story or get a grown-up in your house to read your favourite story to you. And then think about a different ending for your story and draw me a story map that shows me the ending of your story. If you like, you could send me a little video to go with your story map of you telling me the end of your story using your words and maybe adding in some actions too. And tomorrow we'll use our little story maps to write the short ending, the new ending to our story. So don't do the writing today, do the reading and the thinking and draw your story map to show me what will happen in your new ending. I look forward to seeing all your story maps later. Enjoy your favourite story.